Hey there, everyone. I am Ashley Bullington, and this is the Campfire. Today, we are diving into the 5A districts, and we are starting with one of the toughest districts in the state, 5A Division 1. After realignment, this 19 district consists of Aledo, Azle, Centennial, Denton-Ryan, Fort Worth South Hills, the Colony, Justin Northwest, Saginaw, and Brewer. That is a ridiculous district, as we have 5 teams who finished in first place last year. Let's start things off by analyzing these teams in our film session. This district will be loaded with talent, as there are 2 legitimate state title contenders and several more with deep playoff aspirations. Denton-Ryan moves over from the Frisco district, where they went undefeated in league play last year and finished up 12-2 on the season. As usual, the Raiders are stacked with D1 talent, including Anthony Hill, Caleb Hicks, and Jordan Bailey, among others. But their district road will be a little bit more challenging this year, especially with the 10-time state champion Aledo Bearcats in their way. Aledo moves up from 5A Division 2, where they had no problem going undefeated. Circle October 21st on your calendar, as that's when these 2 Goliaths will face off. The 3 teams who finished in a tie for first last year in 5A are still in this district this year. Azle, Justin Northwest, and Brewer remain in the district and should challenge for playoff spots. Northwest not only returns reigning MVP Jake Strong at quarterback, but receivers Keenan Reel and Logan Juskovic are also back. Brewer will have a new head coach for 2022, but returns newcomer of the year David Moore and the defensive backfield. Azle will be replacing their quarterback, but senior Tyler Akers will be a nice target for the new gunslinger. Burleson Centennial got into the playoffs last year on a tiebreaker out of 5A, then beat Northwest in the postseason. They will try to compete for a playoff spot along with the Colony, who comes over from 5A. The Cougars return Camden Wesley in the backfield, who rushed for just under 1,000 yards. Fort Worth South Hills will go through some growing pains as they move up from Division 2, while Saginaw lost 9 in a row to close out last season and will hope to snag a couple of wins this year. Just another reminder, Ryan versus Aledo will be October 21st in Denton. Go circle those calendars. It's already on mine. All right, let's dig deeper into 5A Division 1 as we bring in our Inside High School Sports Insider, Matt Diggs, along with producer Ward Fasold for our district breakdown.
All right, district breakdown time, 5A Division 1. I'm here with my good buddy, Professor Diggs, our Inside High School Sports Insider, and we are talking, that's right, we just mentioned, first of a long line of 9-team districts, but this one seems to be a lot front heavy at the top there. Talk a little bit about this district.
Yeah, it is front heavy. When you see this district, it is a amalgamation of just great football teams put together. 6 teams made the playoffs last year. We were talking off air. You joke that 5 teams that finished first. Of course, we had the 3-way tie in District 5A last year, but 5 teams that finished first are in this district, and we've got probably 2 of the top teams in the state in this district, in Aledo and Denton-Ryan, and our poor friends, the Scorpions in South Hills, and the Rough Riders at Saginaw had to be looking at this district and just kind of shaking their head because it is going to be a packed district at the top. And even in the middle, I think there's going to be a lot of action in the middle, a lot of competitiveness. Really from 3 to 7, I think we're going to see a lot of competitiveness.
Well, we come to my favorite part of every district breakdown, where we make poor Diggs, who hasn't seen a game yet in early April, pick the 4 teams that he thinks are going to go to the playoffs. If you could tell me 1 through 4 here in mid-April, go right ahead.
We'll do it. I got Denton-Ryan 1, got Aledo number 2. I like Burleson Centennial a lot at number 3, and I like Justin Northwest at number 4.
All right, Diggsy, I know you gotta go, and we are going to talk 5A Division 1 next. Another 9-team district with not a lot of DFW teams in there, but enough to feed your palate for sure.
Hey, we'll go boating on Lake Belton for research.
There we go.
We will have even more on this district on our social media platforms this Wednesday, so be ready to watch that in a couple of days. Now, let's take a look at some of the players on the rise in this district. Let's start with Denton Ryan linebacker Anthony Hill, and I'll begin with a word of advice. Mr. Hill is not to be trifled with on the football field. He's a 5-star defensive monster with offers from just about every Power 5 college. At 6'2" and 225 pounds, Hill recorded 132 tackles, 8 sacks, and a couple of fumbles. Hill also picked off 2 passes as he was a Max Preps Junior All-American. Another Texas Tech verbal commit is Justin Northwest gunslinger Jake Strong. He came on strong during his junior campaign as he was the district overall MVP. Strong threw for 2,300 yards and 29 touchdowns for the Texans in 2021. He also ran for almost 1,000 yards and 9 more touchdowns. Expect Jake Strong to be in the running to be back-to-back MVP. At Ryan, Caleb Hicks can be a load to bring down out of the backfield. Last year, the Raiders were breaking in a new quarterback, so Hicks was relied on to be the workhorse on the ground. He delivered almost 1,500 yards and 18 touchdowns during his junior season. Hicks will look for similar statistics as a senior. Caleb recently put out his top 9 list for colleges, which includes TCU, Baylor, and Alabama, among others. We have some absolute beasts in this district. Seriously, top-notch, top-tier talent. Not only do we have great players in the area, but we have great coaches as well. Our Ward Fasold caught up with a good friend of mine and the head coach of the Aledo Bearcats, Tim Buchanan, to talk about the Bearcats moving up to Division I and much, much more in our Media Day segment.
All right, it's our Media Day segment. We're talking 3-5A Division I. And joined by a new member of Division I, that's Aledo head coach Tim Buchanan. You guys have been playing Division II for a while. You get moved up to Division I, and you got yourself in quite a district. Let's talk about this 18 district or 19 district, including yourselves. I have a feeling the games will be a little bit closer than you had last year. What are you looking for in this district?
Well, and I don't want to take anything away from the guys we played in Division II last year. But, when you look up there and you see Denton Ryan in there in your district, it gets everybody's attention because Denton Ryan is a proven Division I football team. And they were good in the top classification back when 5A was the top class and they were in there. So, it is a tougher district in that sense, especially. And then the Colony coming in makes it tough. And Northwest, it ought to be a lot of fun.
Talk about what you're kind of looking for. Obviously, teams get hit with graduation every year, but you guys got hit. You got a new quarterback going in there. Maybe you can talk about who you got playing at quarterback. And I know you got the 2 Isaacs at offensive tackle that should be able to help you out protecting the guy.
Well, yeah, we've got some really, really good football players coming back. At quarterback, it's going to be a battle. Brant Hayden, who is going to be a senior, started for us in the beginning of his sophomore year. And then you have Hoss Haney, who played slot receiver for us as a sophomore last year and is also a really good quarterback. And the one no one knows about is Ryan Jones. We have 3 of the best quarterbacks we've ever had, all battling for the starting quarterback spot. And it ought to make spring a lot of fun and really competitive.
I appreciate you joining us, and good luck this season, Coach.
Thanks, Ward.
We'll post the entire interview on our social media platforms this Friday. That's going to do it for this week's show. Next week, we head up to District 4-5A Division I. That's another 19 district with some talented teams. You can keep up with everything on the high school football scene on our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube accounts. Until next time, I am Ashley Billington, and thank you for watching the Campfire.